So uncivilized.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to what are we doing? Uncivilized Scoundrels tonight, episode 14, debut on my channel. And tonight I'm joined, by one of my buddies, CC3PO. CC, how you doing tonight?
Good. Ready to talk Obi-Wan as everyone else is.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry everyone that we're late tonight, but we're just trying to. Lael's running a little bit late. Hopefully he'll be here. So just had a couple other technical difficulties backstage as well. So, but yeah, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Well, basically it's just pretty much gonna be Obi-Wan, but there's so much that happened with the Entertainment Weekly picks, and then we got a trailer. Then we got another surprise today, and then I just want to talk about some of our theories and our expectations for the show tonight. But before we do that, let me go ahead and just jump in the chat real quick, see who's here. We got Lane Kramer, Professor is Rising. The first one here, man, he was here earlier tonight. Maz's Toy Box, what's going on, bro? Dennis Perez, what's going on, man? Just made it. Good to see you, man. And who else we got? Jason Kugler, my dude. What's going on? Ready for Obi-Wan and Vader? Yeah, man. I think we're definitely going to get into that, some speculation that we have. 1-6 Salvo? Yeah, Salvo. Let's go. Ready for the Obi-Wan versus Vader. Tobor in the house. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Rance Tolentino. Good to see you as always, man. And we've also got the Dockinator. Can't stop watching the trailer. Yeah, man. That was a crazy, crazy trailer. Who else we got? Collector number 1 showed up. What's going on? Who else we got? Universal Keys in the house. Hello, how's it going? And then we've got Thor 2941. Thank you, man. I really appreciate thoughts and prayers for Thor. Really, really appreciate it, man. Yeah, Cece, man, we were absolutely blessed. I mean, consider what happened with Boba Fett and all of the letdowns that we went through, man. I think what we just received a couple days ago, yesterday and today, was definitely a breath of fresh air, and it's just crazy exciting right now to see what we're going to be doing, what's going on with Obi-Wan right now. So that being said, let's go ahead and just start off with what we saw. So first things first, Entertainment Weekly, they teased us, or they actually dropped some Obi-Wan photos, exclusive photos from the magazine that's coming up, and we got the cover here of Ewan McGregor, which looks fantastic. I mean, it's nice to see, I guess, like the mythos idea in a sense finally come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's gonna be hella cool, man. But yeah, we've got some other pictures here of where we see just other things, what's going on, during the show, just a bunch of teasers. And we have here one of our first looks at one of the Inquisitors here. I'm really not, I know of the actress, I believe. I'm just not familiar with much of her work, but the facts you see that we're getting Inquisitors now, I mean, dude, that's pretty damn cool. But I know too that I've seen today in my feed, I've seen some people mentioning how pretty much the Grand Inquisitor, right? We see the Grand Inquisitor, and it doesn't look like how it should, right? We've seen him. I don't know if you've seen him in Rebels, where he has more of an elongated face or head and everything like that. And some people made some mock-ups of some of the people on, was it Utapau from Revenge of the Sith, some of the senators that were out there, and how they could have done that to probably help make it look more like the Grand Inquisitor. But yeah, Cece, going through these photos, I mean, what are your thoughts after we've seen everything drop? And where's your excitement at with the show?
Well, and it's funny because I watched the trailer, and as amazing as the trailer was, I was like, where's Vader? Where's Vader?
Yeah.
So it wasn't until like the next day that they released the first image of Vader that we saw. So I wish that they had included something, like even when we saw the Disney Plus logo, I was hoping that it would like fade out and then we'd hear like the breathing, but it didn't. So Um, and then
Yeah, but I think that was cool that we didn't see it the first day because we all know Vader's going to be in it. You know, you're already anticipating it, but the fact of the matter is, it was just a teaser. I don't think they want to show us everything. You know, that's on the cards at once right now. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't show Vader
because we certainly got a lot anyway. Because I don't know how everyone else feels about this, but I hate when you watch a trailer and you're like, well, I don't need to watch the movie or the show because that trailer just told me everything I need to know about everything, like all of the great parts, all of the awesome scenes, like fights and chase scenes and all that were already seen in the trailer. So I do appreciate that they held some of it back. Now the complaint regarding how the Grand Inquisitor looks, I think, it made Cad Bane look really great in how they were able to do that, but he also is like less of a humanoid alien, I'd say, than a Grand Inquisitor is. But I don't want to say people are being nitpicky, but I think that we had to go in this understanding that it was not going to look exactly like the animation. And I say this as a Thrawn fan who's incredibly anxious and nervous to see how they're going to do Thrawn.
I don't blame you. I mean, I'd be absolutely nervous as well. I mean, considering that what we've seen, I think they did great with Cad Bane. I thought he looked phenomenal for live action. To me, it just worked. But yeah, after seeing the Grand Inquisitors, I'm like, I mean, it was cool to see him, but I think it could have been better. You know, I've actually got a couple. Let me see if I can go and pull up another. A couple photos that I saw.
And the actor who plays the Grand Inquisitor, he's, I don't know if I'd call him a household name, but I certainly recognize him from a bunch. Like I think the big thing he was in was Homeland, but Rupert Friend. Part of me feels like if you get an actor like that, as opposed to like an unknown, then we're going to be able to discern his face. It's not going to be a bunch of prosthetics. So I think that's maybe one of the reasons why they didn't go too accurate to the animation when it came to doing the Grand Inquisitor.
The name sounds familiar. Was he on Was he one of the officers on the Rise of Skywalker?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, but I could be wrong. What else has he been in? I'm trying to think of what he's been in that you would have seen, because he is English. I want to say he's British. Let me see. Yeah, the shape of, his head is obviously very, very wide, which we weren't anticipating, but I do think it's Mario, you're muted.
Oh, snap. I'm muted. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was going to say Revenge of the Sith was back in 2005, and I don't see there's like no excuse for them, in my opinion, not to go back and try to recreate what we saw, in Rebels. I think they could have pulled it off considering the design that they had with this character in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, he was in a Hitman 47. He was in one of the iterations.
Oh, is that who he played? He played for Agent 47?
Yep.
Gotcha. All right. I knew his name sounded familiar. Let me check in with the chat real quick again, see who else is here. 16 Solo said that CC, I got the art print framed up that you put me on and I freaking love it. Which one was that?
I don't know if that was the Empire Strikes Back by Matt Ferguson, or was it a different one? Because unfortunately I enable a bunch of people, especially with the print show that we just started.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Oh my gosh. Tobor's here saying Boba Fett was a letdown on his own understatement. Yeah, man. Yeah. It definitely was. Mark P's in the house. What's going on? Jack Madulid. Yo, your mods just swapped. Thanks, dude. Yeah, just still put it together, man. Who else we got? Maz's Toy Box. You faulting the guy for having around it? I'm not faulting the guy. I'm faulting, if anything, I'm faulting Disney, or Lucasfilm actually for going with this kind of design, knowing damn well they could have gone something that actually would have pleased everybody. You know what I mean? So, what's up, Lael? What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Cool. Thanks for coming through.
No doubt, bro.
Yeah, texts are coming through. Says, yeah, all look skinny in the animated series. They do. But like I said, to my point, this character here from Revenge of the Sith, we see that they can clearly do it. Like, I mean, it's not. I can't judge a book by its cover this early. You know, considering that we haven't really seen anything yet. So it's just initial reactions. What would have been nice, but I'm sure it's going to be phenomenal when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Vader breathing at the end. You got to listen. I heard something about that. I haven't really had a chance to really dissect that yet, but I think we're going to go ahead and talk about that, in a minute. Tobar says don't need to see him right now. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Lael, we're just talking about right now some of the images that we saw from yesterday morning, right before the trailer dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And just wanted to get some of CC's and your impressions about what we saw and your excitement so far for the series.
Oh man, I'm super excited for it. We talked about it slightly. No, we didn't really talk about it too much, but I'm definitely excited about the diversity. That we have here, in the choice that they actually took. I mean, it was risky, bro, but it was definitely something that was welcome. Of course, her from I don't know if have you seen The Queen's Gambit?
I haven't, man. I'm so far behind on so many movies right now.
Yeah, it was such a good film, bro. It's such a good series, bro. So, she was one of the actual characters from the show. She was really, really good. So I was surprised when, to see her as part of the cast, and we had gotten, when she talked about it, she had not leaked, but she said she got a chance to play around with lightsabers and stuff like that. So there was automatically people. First thing you thought was Inquisitor, and I guess everybody was right. You know what I mean?
There you go.
I love the design. The only thing is, it's like my only thing is I would have wanted to see the Inquisitors fully helmeted. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
And I'm sure we'll probably get it. But for what we see, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, this just gave me my feels a bit. I know there was like a lot of pushback. People were talking about, oh, we're back on Tatooine. I'm like, where the hell else do you expect him to be?
Exactly.
Right.
It's Obi-Wan. We all know where it's supposed to be. He was assigned to watch over Luke.
Yeah, like why are y'all bitching and moaning about him going or him on Tatooine? He with him it makes the most sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean? So he's in if you haven't followed the lore, if you haven't followed the films, I mean, if you don't know anything about it, I mean, I suggest you kind of go back and study a little bit. I mean, it makes so much sense that he is there. I mean, will we see him off world? Possibly. You know what I mean? But again, I heard Ewan McGregor, he was talking about it today. It was, I actually watched the video. He was talking about how, this version of Obi-Wan is completely distraught, broken down because he feels as though it's his fault. That Anakin went to the dark side, the entire Jedi Order is dismantled, and he feels as though he was part of leading Anakin down that dark path and could have stopped it, and intervened, but he didn't. He says, so you're going to see a totally broken and a tad bit Obi-Wan, and I like that. I like the simple fact that what we got from the golden era of Obi-Wan is not going to be the same person that we actually see. You know what I mean? We're going to see a more broken down, struggling, tormented character. So I'm happy about that. And I was, we talked about it like kind of yesterday. I was really, really happy. I was so happy that they didn't show Vader. I was so happy that we didn't see a hint of him, because we know he's there. We know Hayden Christensen is there, but I'm glad the focus wasn't on him. You know what I mean? I know there were a lot of people that, were talking about the aesthetics of, the Inquisitors, especially the Grand Inquisitor, if that's who he is. I guess that's what they're going for.
Yeah, we're actually just talking about that here in this photo.
Yeah,
as you can
but
see. So.
I'm just like, you know what? I don't. We'd have to see it to really understand it, so I don't have a problem with it.
Sure.
But again, we know where the character comes from, what the character is, and the thing is, he's supposed to be tall. So you know what I mean. We'll see what they go for. But all in all, man, like hearing Duel of the Fates, once that hit. Like literally, bro. I was sitting there, I was watching it, and Toya had to compose me a little. She had to like just calm me down because I was just so hyped and emotional off of it. Because yeah, bro. Because the thing is, if you think about it, like, you know, for us who are fans, bro, like so many years, like it's been an up and down roller coaster the last couple of years. Like it's like we've been let down by so many different things. Book of Boba was just, you know, divisive. Mandalorian was good, you know, and we thought that, you know, from Mandalorian, like we were going to see like an upward spiral, like an upward, you know, ascension, you know, with Star Wars itself. But you know what I mean?
That momentum was definitely coming into the Book of Boba, but it's unfortunately, it went down the way that it did.
It just went down the way that it did, and it was like, man, and I hate to say, Mario, you were right to have that skepticism, you know, early in the very beginning, because it just was a letdown.
I told you so, man. But
yeah,
I
mean,
just felt like when I first saw that, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, when I messaged you and you were trying to, you know, make me feel better about it, so I was like, okay,
yeah,
I can see where you're coming from. But this was the complete opposite, man.
This is definitely
Obi-Wan,
yeah,
that's a complete opposite of the feelings that I had after watching the Book of Boba, and I'm just so pumped for it, man.
Pumped for it, bro. And it's the thing is, it's like, so I mean, the thing, and this was labeled just a teaser. That's it. You know what I mean? This was the first teaser. It wasn't a full trailer. It was an actual teaser. And what we got with this, like somebody said it like yesterday, you know, on the show, that what we got from this, the minute and however long we got of this, was way better than the entire season of Book of Boba. And I'm like, wow. Like, what does that say? I don't know about
that.
That's what they said. I was like, wow, like that's a lot.
I get it. I understand it, but that's a deep cut. You know what I mean?
It's a deep cut, so I don't know.
But
I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's crazy exciting to see what we're gonna see here. Here we see one of the Inquisitors here, talking about, you know, how they're on the same team as you know, Forrest stands out. You know, to him about a back foot. You know, it's all hard. On this next slide here, we see Obi-Wan. You know, we all know how he feels about flying. They said the Jedi prefers to travel primitive means like this Eopie whenever possible. That's a cool thing too, man. Is that we saw. I mean, seeing this Eopie. Is that how you guys pronounce it? What he was riding on? You guys remember that?
Eopie. It's like a it's like a
kind of like a camel in a sense.
It's like a camel / anteater, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was cool to see, man. Some of these callbacks that they did actually for, you know, the sequel trilogy, and actually, or not the sequel, the prequel trilogy, and actually continuing it. And here we see a shot of Joel Edgerton coming back, man. And this is going to be interesting because I think we saw him in the trailer. I guess during there's a scenery of a hanging, and we see him there, so he's got to know something about, you know, where Obi-Wan's at, what's he up to, but he's not gonna say anything, man. But I think to have this kind of talent, man, you know, in here, it's gonna be great. I don't really see anything, you know, that's gonna be that can go south.
Yeah, I think that the dope part about this is that we know Edgerton's gonna bring that range. I mean, because if you think about Owen, bro, like a lot of people were like wondering why he was such a hardened individual. And why, you know, he had like such a not dislike, but disapproval of Obi-Wan. And it's because, you know, I mean, just think about it from your own point of view. Like if you've lived such a quiet life, you know, you've existed and, you know, you've had to make do with what you had, but, you know, you did your best with what you had. And then someone, you know, you're entrusted to watch over a child, not knowing that there's a possibility that danger, you know, of that danger lurking. And it's like, it's disturbing your own sense of peace. You know what I mean? So, you know, and you're trying to teach this child or trying to hide, you know, keep the secrets away from a child, not knowing what is, you know, to keep him from his own past, and his destiny. Like, there's a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see how Edgerton brings the reins, but I know he will, because it's a totally different person from what we saw in the very beginning, you know, and with the prequels. Like, you know, he didn't have many lines. I think he only had like maybe 4 lines.
If that, man.
So it's interesting, man.
Yeah, CC, what do you think about Joel Edgerton showing up in these trailers? I mean, does it boost your excitement level to see Uncle Owen?
Oh yeah, I appreciate the actor a lot, but also I like the idea that hopefully we get kind of a better sense of who they are. It feels kind of strange to talk about how we'll finally get to know Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, even though like we've been saying their name for decades now, but I think it might be interesting to get to know them more as characters, and then maybe more in their loss more in New Hope. So I'm certainly excited to get that backstory, and also I even like him seeing that person hanging. I think anytime we get to see how kind of like the everyman lives, because if you think about it, we didn't really get that until, say, The Mandalorian. We didn't have time to learn how like the average citizen on Tatooine lives, and I understand everyone's really, really sick of Tatooine, but I think just knowing the kind of like how the citizens feel, are they kind of compliant because they have to be, or is there a spark of rebellion? Like is Owen one of those people that, despite maybe resenting Obi-Wan because of who he is and that danger he poses to Luke, does he feel compelled to fight back? Is there an inkling of resistance that we can see even from like this part of the story? And how does Obi-Wan kind of rope into that? Because I liked the narration. I think it's her narrating the teaser where she's talking about how being a Jedi is like an itch. So like they're always going to be compelled to help and do good, and how that for that reason I think the Inquisitors feel that they have an easy job, because it's not in a Jedi's nature to just sit back and let wrongdoings be done. So I think that's kind of what it's getting at, where I always thought about the issues with Obi-Wan being that he has a lot of remorse for what happened with Anakin, but also that conflict of wanting to do more but can't. I think will be really interesting.
I really think we're going to explore that. I think we're going to see, considering that Hayden Christensen is actually coming back for this show, I think that's going to say something. I think we're going to get a lot more than just seeing him in Vader's outfit, because I think there's going to be a lot of emotional weight that's going to be carried on with the show, and with Hayden Christensen involved. And I've got a couple theories that I want to talk about a little bit later. I was listening to somebody today, and I was like, and something made a lot of sense to me. I was like, and I'm really excited to talk about that. But I want to check out to see who's in the chat real quick. Drop right in. So we'll see the internet strive for Obi-Wan. I think that we'll get a flashback, and then forward, I think it'll be like a whole episode of Boba. I don't know. Do you guys think that we'll see like a bunch of flashbacks like we did with Boba?
You said a bunch of flashbacks. I don't. If we do, it'd be in a good way. It's not going to be oversaturated. I don't think it's, and it would make sense. And here's the thing: these are the flashbacks, and I'm actually happy to see. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like literally, they are like to see
considering the timeline.
And then we're talking about moments between Obi-Wan and here's the thing, like, because somebody brought this up, because like now Mario, we may know why we didn't get that Hot Toys Clone Wars Obi-Wan with the armor. It might be because they were waiting for this. So there's a lot that plays in that. It could be. But I want to see the interactions between Anakin and Obi-Wan. I want to see, I would even love, and I hope that they do this, like literally, I hope we see interaction between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka back then. It would be good. It would be so incredible to see that interaction between Anakin and Ahsoka, a younger version of Ahsoka. If they, they don't really have to do too much de-aging with Rosaria. There's a way that they could do certain things to make her look young without doing all of that. But I would love to
Why
see
not
that,
just recast? Why not just recast it? It was basically just someone else in makeup. I mean,
like a younger
honestly,
version.
like a younger version, exactly.
Yeah, that would be decent. Like just to see that on screen would be amazing. To see them in their armor would be amazing. I would love to see something like that. But these are, flashbacks that, I would want to see, because there are, it's like the missing files of Obi-Wan and Anakin, like certain things, adventures
Yeah.
and stories, like, journeys that they've been on. I would love to see it. But, I don't know. I don't think it would be bad.
That
Yeah,
especially that camaraderie, and also I feel for the people, like my mom's not obsessive like I am and my sister is, so she's never seen the Clone Wars, like the animated series, Rebels or Clone Wars. So I think flashbacks like that to kind of give context to who Ahsoka is would be really beneficial to those people who aren't diehards, because it's hard to believe that they exist, but there are people who just casually watch what's on Disney Plus and don't dive into the books and the comics and the animated series.
Yeah, shout out to Sean in the chat. This trailer, oh boy, can't wait for the show. Same here, man. Yeah, I think we're all hyped for the show. Yeah, man, he's looking good in Warrior. Late night trips in the house. Yeah, looking forward to seeing this. Yeah, we definitely all are, man. Terry Smith wrote an article sometime back for material from Sideshow with Obi-Wan Mythos piece. Each night I hear the wind of howls of my murdered Jedi kindred. Obi-Wan is in a lot of pain and anguish. Yeah, that's definitely going to be exciting to see how that's going to play out on the show. The sense of loss in the fact that the loss of the Jedi Order, the loss of Anakin, and the sense of defeat, and how he's how he needs to and he's pretty much basically faithless at this point as well. Yet at the same time has a responsibility, to look over Anakin's child.
Yeah,
so, yeah. This is really going to be interesting to see how this definitely going to play out, man. I'm so excited to see the possibilities.
Super
what we're
hype,
actually
bro.
going to see. Yeah, Tolber's in the house saying that will we see Leia as a little girl? I think so.
There were rumors. Yeah,
were there rumors? I think that we'll actually see Bail Organa on Alderaan, and I think Leia's got to show up.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sissy?
Did you see the? Oh, I should have saved it and sent it to you guys. There's a meme today that was like Luke on Tatooine as a little boy. Like, oh, I learned like how to dig in the sand and find one of those like stones full of water. And then it was like Leia at the same age. I'm learning 5 languages and I've been on 15 diplomatic missions with my foster father, like how their lives were totally different. It would be interesting to see that, just to kind of remind us that obviously we know she was a princess, but it would be interesting to see the juxtaposition as to how like Luke kind of had it rough and tumble on Tatooine compared to what she had on Alderaan.
Yeah. Shout out to Luminara here. Hey guys, can't wait for the show. Yeah, same here. We're all talking about it. So I want to go ahead and go through the trailer real quick. Lael, I was talking, CC and I were chatting, and none of us really did our homework that much to really dissect it, as much. And we know you do, man. We know every time a trailer drops, you got everything to go ahead and, you got so many points to discuss. So let's just go ahead and go through this. I'm going to play it with no sound. I'll go ahead and just turn on some subtitles too, see if this helps. But yeah, here we see Obi-Wan, saying that he's the fight is done. They're struggling, or he's struggling with the sense of loss and defeat, like I mentioned. And yeah, and here in an empty cave. And we saw our first looks of Luke Skywalker. This is very, very reminiscent of a young Anakin Skywalker. With his hopes and dreams and messing around, with a pod racer, man. And I love it. That's really cool to see, man. I mean, I guess
and the thing
like
is,
father like son.
It's crazy because we actually, the thing is like, this is huge, bro, because we actually get a chance to see Obi-Wan fulfilling his, you know what I mean? What was trusted to him, we actually see him, fulfilling that, the oath to make sure that, Luke was protected, but at the same time from a distance, because just imagine how he sees Luke. Because when he's looking at Luke, he sees young Anakin. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah,
Just
for
imagine
sure.
like that burden, like that pain that's in you, knowing that, man, like this kid, I knew your father. You know what I mean?
I
I literally
know.
knew your father. And it's like, I'm
But
trusting.
at the same
Yeah.
time, hey, I got a second chance. Maybe we can work it out with
Yeah.
this one. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that I'm sure that's killing him
It's
seeing this as
tough.
well. Because when he first met Anakin as well, he was just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing the same thing
Mm-hmm.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's exciting.
It's
Now,
yeah.
now
I
look at him,
mean,
man. The twin sons, man, have really taken effect on everyone on
mm-hmm.
Tatooine, man. Considering this has got to be Luke has got to be like what 7 or 8 years old in this shot. So just to be spending that much time on Tatooine, you can see how he's all wrinkled up already. I think it's fantastic. The grays are starting to come in, man.
Yeah. Bro,
Oh,
it's
I'm
like
just so
when you
excited to see
see
this.
him, like this is where I say, like, when a casting director actually gets everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Ewan McGregor, bro, looks like a version of Alec Guinness. Sounds like, and he has mirrored his life, like as this character has been mirrored after Alec Guinness, and he's pulled it off so
Yeah.
well. You know what I mean? That you can't, like, sometimes, and my cousin was like, yo, sometimes I even forget that Alec Guinness existed when I see him sometimes, and I was like, no, you can't, you'll never do that, but it's just like, bro. I can't. I'm speechless when I see stuff like this. And then we know, Hot Toys always gets like their old features right, bro. They get the
Oh,
characters
definitely.
right. So I can't. Anybody who didn't get an Obi-Wan the last time, man, you hit your chance.
Yeah, I mean, I can say it firsthand.
Right? Yeah, there he is,
There
bro.
is.
There he is,
So
bro.
yeah,
There he is, man. He's right.
yeah.
Yeah. So there
Hell
he
yeah,
is, man.
man.
Hell yeah.
So going in, and then the Duel of the Fates kicks in, man. So I heard someone say earlier, was it a cheap shot for them to do this just to give all the fans the feels? And they agreed, yeah, but it worked. It definitely worked out. So, I mean, same here, man. I mean, it's Duel of the Fates was one of the best things to actually come out, of the prequels, man. And I remember when that first came out, everybody in the community loved it. It was received so well. And to hear it, over and over again before, it was kind of like, okay, but still, it's I don't know, it's iconic, man.
It's crazy.
The fact that we're getting in here.
So CC, when you heard, were you expecting? Like, I can only imagine. I mean, because CC, you're like pretty laid back. Like, you're really, really laid back, reserved. When you heard Duel of the Fates, like, what what did you feel at that point?
Jaw on the floor. And also, another meme I saw where it was like, "Hey, John Williams, we know you're 90. Just take it easy with the score for Obi-Wan. Just relax." And then it was a picture of an old guy on a piano on the beach, and the piano's on fire. It's like ablaze, and it was like he had no chill when it came to seeing the trailer.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just reminds it's. It's like, what is that stupid what's that joke that everyone, it's like poetry, it rhymes, like,
Oh yeah,
it's just so good because it's like we know Obi-Wan is thinking about that moment, and like obviously what could have been done differently, and what could have, like, it's that what could have been, and then we just hear the dual fates, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. It was just, it was such a moment. And the thing is, it was loud too, bro. Like, when it came on, it was loud.
Yep.
I was like, oh, okay. Okay, they're ready.
Yeah, here we see the Inquisitor ship. Saying to hunt Jedi is patience. And here we have a look at the Grand Inquisitor. Let me go back real quick. There we go. There he is. Again, I mean, I'm a little bit let down just by the design of his face. But again, I can't judge it yet. This is just first impressions, because I'm sure I have full faith that Lucasfilm will actually come through, with a character. So I think it's something that I think I'll be able to eventually overlook it and just get caught up, in the character and that what's actually going on.
So right here, they're actually on Tatooine.
That's what it seems.
It looks like they're on Tatooine.
What do you think of the design, CC? Do you think they pretty much nailed the look of these Inquisitors?
I think it's interesting. I haven't watched the source material in a while to see if they tried replicating it very, very closely. I will say, I don't know if they've said what her name is, but the one of the sisters, basically the female Inquisitor that we were just talking about, the one from Queen's Gambit, I think she looks amazing. I love that they have like the rank bars still incorporated into it.
Yeah.
But she looks fantastic. I think it gives me a little bit of like Dark Trooper vibes. I don't know if I'm crazy about it, but like you said, I'm holding out hope, and I do think that the performance could cause me to overlook some of the issues maybe with the prosthetics or with the makeup, like how he looks. I think in the grand scheme of things, I'm not sweating over something like this. Yeah, I think it works. I think it certainly, he looks intimidating. Someone you wouldn't want to fuck with, obviously. Same with her. So I think it does the job there for sure. But I think of the two, I'm more impressed with how she looks.
Yeah.
Jedi, can I help who they are? So we see Obi-Wan, I guess, here trying to blend in, with the locals.
Yeah.
Still looking hella good. Look at that beard, man. Every time I see Ewan McGregor, man, I'm like struck with beard envy, man. When I grow up, life goes, bro. Now here we see the Inquisitors. Now I remember, have you guys played Fallen Order? So is this the same room, Lael, where they pretty much were?
See, that's what I thought, but I don't know. I don't know, bro. I because it looks. Because here's the thing: when I look at the room, but then I'm looking on the outside, and it looks like the water plant. I mean, the where they're at. I don't know, bro. I really don't know.
Even Trexler art says right here it's underwater base, which I think it is. I think it might be. I mean,
and if it is,
pull that off. Yeah,
they are really plucking from source material, which makes me happy, bro. Like it really does. It really does. So. It looks good, bro. It looks good. And of course, we're going to get more stormtroopers.
The fifth brother and the other Inquisitors here, man. I mean, this is... I'm over the moon about this. Andrew in the chat says it might not be the exact room, but for sure it's the same place. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm saying. It could be. That's what I'm saying. I think it is. It's definitely... But because the room, I don't remember that outside look. You know what I mean? But... Yeah, I mean, they're going directly from source material, bro. Like man, I have so much faith in this, bro. I mean, I try not to be, I try to go in with it with just pure optimism, no skepticism. Or I was trying to go into it with a tad bit of skepticism, and I can't. I can't, bro. I can't. I can't.
They just show too much here. That just looks amazing here. Now here's a scene we were talking about earlier with the hanging, which I am wondering what the hell. So we're all, a lot of us say that we're in the Disney era, and Disney doesn't, they're gonna kind of baby it up a little bit. They're gonna make it more family orientated. This is far from it, man. We saw Boba Fett. We saw him decapitating fools, slicing fools up with that darksaber. Here we see it hanging. So almost like, come on. I think we gotta excuse that.
Fennec did that to the mayor.
That too.
Hung him up, strung him up. So
and even in Mando, we saw that episode with Ahsoka where they had the folks that were up on like elevated, and they were they had like the that like electrical current kind of thing. So if they moved, they got shocked. That was pretty. That was pretty rough
intense
to
as
see.
well.
It was. It was.
Yeah, totally. So, but yeah, here we have another shot of Joel Edgerton, Uncle Owen. Now okay, so I guess we have a new planet here. From what I saw, I guess it's called Dayu or something like that. A new from what I saw in the Entertainment Weekly article that they mentioned. So this will be interesting to see what this is all about.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing is, like, we know that the Inquisitors are excellent trackers, bro. Like we know that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And she seems to be in full tracker mode. So why she's on this planet is interesting. Very interesting. Like, is there a lead here? Or, is Obi-Wan off planet? I don't know.
I liked the
Yeah.
description. They said that it was kind of like Hong Kong with like an underbelly and graffiti, and it kind of reminded me of like the Well, I always thought that there was obviously levels of that with Coruscant, but this kind of reminds me. I wonder if they'll go a little darker with it, and it'll be like the Star Wars edition of Madripoor
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
apologies to everyone out in the chat right now. I've got a couple
Oh, those stupid bots.
spammers in here.
Yeah.
Man. So
Yeah, they hit.
yeah, they're hard to shake. Can't shake them.
We're better
So
to
here's
watch
another-
when we keep our clothes on. So like, just
Yeah.
I'd assume so, right? Like, don't click on the webcam, girls. Like, stay over
Stay
here.
focused. Just stay focused.
Exactly.
Eye on
We're
target.
here. We're here.
Eye on
Stay on
target.
Stay on
target.
target. Stay on target.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Jedi Code is like an itch. Like here it is. We hear the Inquisitor talking about how
Like an itch. Yeah.
the Jedi Code is definitely like an itch that eventually Obi-Wan will be drawn out.
Now let me ask you a question, because we're seeing her an awful lot in this trailer,
Mm-hmm.
the Inquisitor. So, do you think it could be a slight misdirect with her? Do you think that? You know what? I'm not willing to say anything until we. I can't. There's something about
something again, don't you?
No, I don't. Honestly, I don't. This time, I don't know
to play that off
anything.
with the Book of Boba Fett, man. And
I honestly know nothing about this, but it just seems slightly like a misdirect with her. Like, that maybe,
what gives you
I
that
don't know.
impression?
We'll see. I don't know, because usually when there's a focus on a character so much in a trailer,
Mhm.
it's like sometimes what you see is not really what it is. It's not really that case scenario. Like, we see that, okay, yeah, she's hunting, but it's hard to say, bro. Like, it's just something I feel about her character that may be a slight misdirect. It may be something completely different from what we think. She may actually have, some mixed feelings about this, about the whole thing. You never know.
She could be conflicted.
She can be highly conflicted. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm really not sure. But it'd be interesting. It'd definitely be interesting to see. I just can't wait, bro.
I guess you think kind of like what we saw with the second sister. I forget her name, Trina or something like that. How it was only in the end where we saw the confliction.
Yeah.
But yeah, CC, I wish you would have played Fallen Jedi or Fallen Order. Rather.
Fallen Order, that's incredible.
There's so much more. We got more Inquisitors in there.
Yeah.
There's another Inquisitor, the second sister. She's absolutely amazing.
A boss.
Yeah.
Like a boss.
big
Like
time.
I wanted like she's literally a boss. Like the art, just to create like a boss.
Do you think
Really?
we'd see her, or is the timeline just doesn't work?
Maybe.
It could work because
It could.
she's still because this is what did they say this is like 10 years after? Is it 5 or 10 years after Revenge of the Sith?
Possibly 8 to 10. I'm thinking. I'm just basing it
We
based
saw
off of what we
Luke
saw
as a
with
little
Luke.
boy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to guess his age.
She's
Yeah.
still alive. She's technically
Yeah.
still alive.
But she's still alive. But is she at where she's at though? That's the thing.
Mhm.
Because we know her backstory.
Unless she's
So,
basically.
yeah, she has to be. She has to be.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, she has
Yeah.
to be where she's at. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The collector
We
says
could.
that did Vader kill the Inquisitors in the comics? I can't remember. I don't know. I don't think I got that far as Vader killing the
I don't
Inquisitors in the
either.
comics or not. So a year after Solo? Really? That's interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, Andrew says 10 years after Revenge of the Sith and 9 years before New Hope. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. Cece, do you think that might be what Lael was mentioning, that could be some sort of misdirect?
I mean, the only thing I could think of is I know sometimes they'll feature someone who they think will be really popular in a trailer, and then you find out like they die like 2 episodes in.
I
That's the
would
only
hate to
thing I'm
see
thinking
that here.
not necessarily like, oh, we see her tracking, but then we find out she has a change of heart and she's really like on the side of the good guys. I think it's more like
Yeah.
we might see her heavily in this teaser, but we're not going to see her throughout the entire series, if that makes sense. Because they kind of did that with Rebels, where it's like we saw a bunch of Inquisitors, but there was one that died so quickly people forget him, but it was like the frog-looking dude. So it makes me wonder if, with such an ensemble of Inquisitors, if some of them we're seeing now because they're not going to be featured very prominently in the entire series.
Yeah, so I kind of agree with you. I think there might be a possibility that they may kill her off early, man. They might Game of Thrones us, man, and just kill her off maybe in the first couple episodes or so. I mean, I don't want to see that, but it's always possible. So here we are again on this other planet, and yeah, some more cool stuff that we're looking
Now
at.
go back really quick, because there was this thing where people were wondering, because we see the droid, and we see, of course, the trooper, but people were like, in the next shot, was that actually a droid or a trooper? But people were trying to associate that with the possibility that we might see Rex, and I was like, no.
Is it this shot here? Because
Oh,
Yeah.
the
Trevor
backside
said
of
it
this
earlier,
trooper armor,
because he's got blue on the back of him. I don't know if I see that though.
and is this a pistol that he's
It's
holding?
like a hint of blue around the edges of the back, but
Like right, yeah, I
yeah,
kinda see
right
it.
there. So I don't know. I don't know, and that looks like a pistol in his hand, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And why, if out of all shots, why would you give us this shot?
Right. Yep.
Like this particular shot, why would this
Damn,
shot be
dude.
important?
Maybe. Shit. I heard you guys talking about it, but I didn't like click. It didn't click to where in the trailer it was at. Damn, dude, you just kind of blew my mind right here. Maybe we will see Rex. I don't know. Tamora Morrison. I mean, yeah,
Don't know.
dude.
Don't
It's
know.
possible. It's definitely
Like,
possible.
it is highly possible, bro. Like, so I don't know. I'm just waiting to see. It could be. It could be. It definitely could be. So it'd be interesting to see it.
Salvo says that there is a blue on the top of his back. Let me go back real quick. Let me see if I can find that. I didn't notice that because I was just concentrating on the droid when you were just talking about it. Now that we see this shot here in this, I don't see any hints of any blue anywhere in this shot. This is TK.
That's just the
Stormtrooper
lighting.
armor we're looking at. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
But
think
when you
there's any
go,
blue
when you
there.
move it forward a slight bit, right there, see that?
Here. Yeah.
So
Because
that's
this
some
isn't
like,
typical. This isn't typical Stormtrooper armor that I'm familiar with the legs here. So
not like that.
maybe that is so interesting.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
what I'm
so
trying to figure
interesting,
out.
man.
I'm like,
Ooh.
okay, could that be? A lot of people was like, is that a saber? Are they going with if they go with a trooper with like throwback to like the old Ralph McQuarrie? That'd be incredible,
Ooh,
bro.
can you imagine?
If they did that,
That'd be sick.
if
I
they
don't know
did
if I'd
that,
like
That'd be a nice
that.
callback.
you said
I
you
think
wouldn't
that-
like it.
I think that would be like too over the head. I feel like, because part of it, again, I think it's a struggle with stuff when you go backwards. Like, I think we said this, or it's been discussed with like Solo, and then with Rogue One, where it's like, if you're going to introduce a new droid or a new type of technology, it's like, why the hell didn't we see it in the original trilogy? So I think if I see a stormtrooper with a lightsaber, I'm going to be like, what the hell? Like, where was that thing? The whole original trilogy, I think it'll be a little too like unrealistic for me, and a little too like, I don't want to say fan servicey, but I think it should stay with the concept art in that realm.
This is a blue belt.
Yeah.
That's a
But
blue
wasn't
belt.
Rex's belt white?
It was white with a
So I
hint
got the
of-
figure right here.
Yeah.
His belt was white. His belt isn't blue. I don't know. Maybe it could be some
But-
501st remnant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Luminara.
I don't know.
Yeah, this might
We'll
be
see.
it. Is the dress, is it blue, black, or gold and white? I mean, oh man, those things back in the day.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, this is exciting though, man. The possibility of actually seeing Rex in here. I never even thought about it.
Right
Now
there.
here we have a look at the Grand Inquisitor with the twirling lightsaber, man.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. I really like seeing that in Rebels, but the one thing I hope that we do not see, y'all remember when the fifth brother,
The helicopter,
and
bro.
the helicopter, please, God, no, Lucasfilm, please don't do that to us, man. I mean, y'all heard, you guys heard the reception when it's actually displayed in Rebels, and if you guys do that here, oh no, man, I don't know if I want to see that.
Don't do that.
Please,
don't
no.
give us the helicopter saber, man. Like, just keep him grounded and just let it be that, bro. But this is phenomenal to see that.
Here he looks great. I mean, the other shot that we saw with him, with his head more facing up, I mean, yeah, it looked kind of weird, but I think this looks
better.
a lot better.
Yeah.
I think it was just a
lot
shot
better.
from it, the way it was shot from the ground up and looking upwards. It did give it like a weird look. But if we look at it this way, his head tilted slightly down, we get a chance to see his eyes more. Then it looks, it really does closely resemble. It looks decent. It looks better. So
Bugman's over here, man, dropping more theories. Is this the back of Echo's head that we're looking at? I mean,
that's funny.
Guys, anything is possible, man. We just don't know. We could just see somebody with a bald spot and speculate that it could be Echo,
speculated
man.
it's somebody.
You know, exactly, man. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all get me like way too excited right now. So here we go. Here we'll have another look with the fifth brother.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. And
There goes Han. Justice for Han. There he is.
Is that him?
Yeah,
is
that's
that
him.
him?
That's him.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's
looks
him.
good, man. With the squad of stormtroopers, man.
Man,
Yeah,
he's
they're up to
a
something.
real Star Wars fan, bro. He's always been.
Oh yeah.
He's a huge Star Wars fan, bro.
So what do you guys think that we'll actually see on this planet that we're looking at here? Because in the article they mentioned something and it's kind of like, I guess it's Hong Kong-esque inspired.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense. So I thought this was Coruscant. You know, one of the lower levels.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But
yeah, shout out to 1313.
yeah, that's what I thought. But I mean, I think basically what we can see is like this is an earlier shot on where they're actually maybe hunting a lead or hunting more Jedi. They might actually we might get a chance to see something like that. To see why they're an example as to why they are who they are, why they're so good at what they do. So I don't know, it'd be interesting, man. Like definitely would be interesting.
Any
What did
chance
you
to see a new planet that doesn't look entirely like what we've seen before? I know some of the complaints with Mando was that like some of the planets we saw, it was like, all right, that looks like maybe Washington State or like what was it, Tython?
This looks like Hong Kong City.
That looks like anywhere Midwest, right? Like this looks a little like Blade Runner-ish meets Hong Kong, but meets Coruscant. So I think any kind of like new planet with this kind of vibe is cool to see.
And it sort of looks like it reminds me of the underworld that we actually got a chance to see on Attack of the Clones, when both Obi-Wan
and
at the club, you know what I mean? So it sort of gives me like that resemblance. On Coruscant,
yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, looking good, man.
Yeah.
And here's another shot where we finally see some lightsabers in effect as well, man.
Yeah.
Oh, these Inquisitors, man, it got me excited.
Yeah, bro.
So,
that's what I have wanted to see Inquisitors live action for the longest time. And to finally see it, it's incredible.
So what are we looking at here? I think this is Obi-Wan, but reaching out to who?
Is that Obi-Wan? Because it looks like a gloved hand.
Possibly, I don't know.
It looks like a pauldron though. It doesn't look like a hood.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that feels solid, like on the shoulder.
I see. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, so it just could be a reflection of actually someone else's hand. That their hand actually. Yeah. Okay. I just kind of got the idea that someone is. I mean, you ever visit a loved one in jail and then up against the window, you're like that and all. But I thought it was something to that effect. But here you go. Here you go with one of the Inquisitors with a showdown with. Now, I don't think Obi-Wan is off Tatooine at all, right? I mean, it can't be. I mean, and then he's holding a pistol, so we know
So uncivilized.
we know that's uncivilized. You know,
Yeah.
that's the name here. You know, Uncivilized Scoundrels, y'all.
I think we're
Yeah.
definitely going
Roll.
to see him go off of Tatooine. I think it's just going to be a damn good
Really?
excuse for him to, yeah.
I don't know about that. I think he's just going to be stuck on there, but I think he might have contacts elsewhere that we'll probably see some of that. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we'll definitely. It's May 25th is right around the corner, guys.
That's the
You know,
Euro.
and-
It's crazy. May 25th, the day that I will arrive in LA, in California.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh,
celebration.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the day
Yeah,
before. It's that Wednesday that I'll
Mhm.
actually be there. Yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be a beautiful thing. CC,
Hell
when are you
yeah,
coming
bro.
out? Are you coming out, CC?
So I think I have a ticket for Saturday,
Oh, okay.
All right.
but I haven't even thought about my flights because I'm going on vacation at the end of next week. So it's one of those
Mhm.
like, let me get one vacation out of the way before I even think about getting another
Mhm.
one. But I think, especially with my work schedule, I'll probably just be able to do like fly in like Friday night and then leave like Sunday night or Monday morning, something like
Mhm.
that. So it won't be, and I don't think I'm doing like all 4 days. I'll probably do Disney in there too, Disneyland.
Mhm.
Oh hell yeah.
Mhm.
Hell yeah. I got that Saturday and Sunday already booked, man. So you know I'm there. I'm already there at the park. But yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
fun, guys. What do you guys think about the idea of doing Uncivilized at the convention center? Let's go
That'd be
live.
crazy.
You
That'd
know,
be
that'd be
crazy.
fun, man. That would be fun for sure.
That would
but
definitely be
yeah.
fun.
Live and in
I'd be down
person.
for that. Hell
Oh,
yeah. Hell yeah. That'd be fun.
And here we have the last shot of Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
Wondering what just happened. What is going on? What is he doing with himself? What's going on in his life? Why is he still here?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, that's one of the things I actually wanted to discuss too. And here we have the end, the end card with Obi-Wan, with Vader breathing in the background. So there was some speculation that I've heard. I've heard people discuss about, I guess there's something behind Vader's breathing in the background. Now, I didn't really catch that. And, Lael's rubbing his hands like he knows what's up. Either that or it's just getting cold. What's going on?
It's freezing down here.
All right, I'm sorry, dude.
No,
All
it's
right,
cool
all
because
right.
I got my heater right here. I'm good.
Okay, bet. So here's the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
real quick, speaking of Vader, guys, we actually got this photo that just dropped
Mm-hmm.
earlier today as well, man. And look at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is the meditation chamber, isn't it?
That's
'Cause
what it
look
looks
at
like.
look at the top here.
Yeah,
man, and
it
Well,
is.
it kind of looks more like the Bacta tank kind of
In Rogue One?
setup that we saw in Rogue One, which was on Mustafar. So I think that makes a little more sense.
True.
Possibly.
True. It
That's
does.
also possible.
But I mean, look at that though, bro.
The presence alone, man, with just the silhouette and just
That
seeing
shot.
the flashing lights here,
Mm-hmm.
man, I'm getting chills just looking at it, man. I mean, Vader, I love Vader, man. Vader's my dude,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm so excited for this, man.
Yeah,
And the
bro.
fact that we're getting Hayden Christensen, and I know at the time when Revenge of the Sith was out, when Attack of the Clones came out, when Hayden was doing his thing, it wasn't well received. His acting, everybody thought it was wooden. He was very monotone, and
Mm-hmm.
it didn't, not everybody vibe with it. But I love that. I love to see that everyone who's basically grew up with the films right now is
Love seeing
showing
him
all
back,
this.
yeah.
Is showing, exactly. Well, he's welcome back with open arms in the community,
Yeah.
man, and I love it, man. I love that we can grow from it. We can move on, and we can accept everyone,
Mm-hmm.
for
We
what we
accept them
did
back,
like.
bro.
Yeah, man. Even Ahmed Best, considering everything that he went through,
Mm-hmm.
with the suicide attempts, and now just to see,
Yeah,
he's
bro.
beloved, he's beloved now, man.
Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome.
Mhm.
But yeah, going back to Vader real quick. Now I was listening to something on the way home, and someone was mentioning that they believe that that we're going to see Qui-Gon Jinn in here.
Mhm.
All right, as a Force Ghost. Now I don't know if you guys might have heard this theory, but we've seen Qui-Gon in the Clone Wars. Was it the Clone? Yeah, it was the Clone Wars. I believe it was one of the Mortis episodes where he shows up and he talks to Obi-Wan and he talks to Anakin as well. All right, so I'm wondering if if Qui-Gon is actually speaking with Vader, or trying to get through to Anakin, knowing that there's still good in him, and if he's trying to not necessarily commune with him, but just trying to reach out, and if he's like in a sense kind of haunting Vader, you know what I mean? So because we in Duel of the Fates, when Filoni discussed how that was more of it was a duel for Anakin's fate, you know, what could have happened. And I just can't help but wonder what this guy was saying, how the ghost of Qui-Gon could be reaching out to Anakin and to Obi-Wan as well, just to tell him, hey, there's still good in him. You need to reach out to him. And at the same time, they also mirrored the point to where in Return of the Jedi, how Luke freely surrendered himself to his father, right? And there was a point in the scene where Vader says, hey, Obi-Wan once thought as you did. Right, where he's trying to turn him good. I think we might see that here. I think that's something with Qui-Gon basically nagging Obi-Wan, hey, they're so good in him, you need to reach out to him. Maybe it's possible that we'll see, because we know we see here in the concept art, and it has been confirmed by Kathleen Kennedy, that Obi-Wan and Vader, there's going to be a rematch. We are going to see this.
Yeah,
this is hell of exciting too. But how we get to this point, I think Obi-Wan is going to do the same thing that Luke did in Return of the Jedi. He's going to surrender himself eventually to the Inquisitors, just to try to reach out to Vader to see if he can probably bring him back to the light.
that'd be interesting.
What do you guys think of that possibility, CC? Let me get your thoughts on that.
I mean, it's funny, as much as people shit on the sequel trilogies. I think it would be interesting, kind of like the way, obviously we knew that Palpatine was behind it, but like Kylo Ren thought he was speaking directly to Vader when he was asking for guidance. So I think it would be interesting to see the opposite, where Vader's maybe tormented by Qui-Gon Jinn. And then as far as Obi-Wan surrendering himself and just in order to reach Vader, I don't know, because I feel like it's been done so many times. Like if you think about it, like Luke did it, Rey did it with Kylo. Like I think it might be a situation where I think it would be more interesting to see if he tries his damnedest to fight them off, and then he ends up almost failing to a point where he ends up reluctantly facing off with Anakin and tries his best. It's almost like shoot my shot, like try to get through to him while I can. I do think that topic of failure, and we've already talked about how we think Obi-Wan will be in anguish and obviously have like a lot of internal guilt for everything that's gone on. I do think that I question if people are going to be as receptive to that. It's almost like I think people will be more receptive to that in the complete opposite way that they're receptive to what Rian Johnson did with Luke in Last Jedi, where people had this kind of like mythos idea of Luke being this badass who could do nothing wrong. And then in Last Jedi, he did fail. He felt like he failed and he became a hermit. And now we're seeing Obi-Wan where, yeah, he's fulfilling his promise, but is he doing his utmost that he thinks he can do? So are people going to be disappointed if they think that Obi-Wan's not exactly the badass that we've always envisioned him to be? I think that's where I'm a little like, it's a fine line, because I like when characters we love fail or somehow disappoint us, because it means that they're not perfect. Exactly. But in this instance, I wonder if people would be like incredibly hurt that this character that they've loved and admired, and they've kind of like filled in all these gaps for so many years on how he was on Tatooine, or how he was fighting these Inquisitors. I'm erring on the side of he's going to be that badass and he's going to do his damnedest to get away from these Inquisitors. I don't know if we're going to see him kind of be vulnerable and decide he's going to give himself up just for the chance to bring Anakin back to light. I think he's going to think that Anakin's perhaps too far gone. Or it might be like a reluctant meeting with Anakin that makes him realize that there is something there. but I think I don't know how that's going to happen. And it also how does it bother you guys that they are going to have a rematch? Because I know a lot of people at the start were very upset about how that changes New Hope, and I disagree entirely. I think it's still they can still have a rematch, and that line could still make all
because
sorts of sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go ahead and finish CC because what you're saying is really important.
Well, that I think they could still, and I think I've said this before, they can still meet up and have a rematch, but that line still makes sense that I'm going to butcher it as well. Like when you last saw me, I was but the learner, now I'm the master kind of situation.
Yeah.
So I think the way I read that is that I think Vader gets his ass handed to him again. And so Vader, that's in New Hope, that's Vader's way of saying, like, the last time you saw me, it was not on Mustafar, it was this confrontation, and I still got my ass handed to me, but now I'm better. I'm better because I've had years to get you and Qui-Gon Jinn out of my head. I'm more confident in the side I've taken and the path I've chosen. I still think that makes sense, and that scene can still be powerful. That reunion, because so much time has passed. I don't think it's going to bother me at all to see them fight again, and then that scene happening in New Hope.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What about you, Lael? No,
absolutely right. It's not going to bother me at all because the thing is, it's not like it was a pinpointed moment when he said that. He wasn't, we can't basically associate that exchange, in dialogue with New Hope, because he said, I was but the learner, now I am the man. It doesn't mean that he was a Padawan. It doesn't mean that he was just a Jedi. It can mean that, he was, not even considered a full-fledged Sith. You got to remember, like, this is only 10 years after, Revenge of the Sith. He became Vader. Like, he's still learning himself. He's still learning what he can do. Like, his body is still shaping itself to its new form. So there's a lot, that's going on right now with Vader. There's conflict within him. He's still dealing with the death of Padme, being told that he was responsible for her death. That alone makes him reckless. It makes him angry. So of course, when he sees Obi-Wan, he's lashing out in fury and anger. He's not. He's not. I don't want to say it. He's not. He's not disciplined. He's not disciplined in knowing who he is and what he possesses, what he can do, and the threat that he is. So of course he's going to be more reckless than what we are. And even to touch on what you were basically saying about Obi-Wan. If people, this makes more sense for Obi-Wan to be distraught and turn completely away from what he knows, because he lost somebody who was a friend, who he almost considered him, like a brother to him, and he loved him. Yeah, you know what I mean? They have been on so many missions together, and it's like and then to blame yourself, like literally, like he has more reasons to turn a blind eye on the Jedi, or to not react and to just become this hermit, this nomad who just rummages around and just completely denounces his. And he knows he has a responsibility. He has a responsibility to put it this way. Obi-Wan has a responsibility to Luke. He doesn't have the responsibility anymore to the Jedi.
Right.
Like literally. So it makes more sense. Just like with Vader, we look at him right now and say, okay, we're going to see Vader. He's going to be a badass. Is he really? Like, is he really? It's only 10 years after, so he's still learning. There's certain things that he's still learning. Yes, he's probably going to be furious and angry, but he's still learning.
But we know that how powerful Anakin was and how full of rage that he is. So just to see that raw anger and that raw talent manifest through Vader, I think that's something that where we could see him, I guess, in a more badass state.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of what you were saying, how he's not disciplined.
Yeah.
How he's rough, rugged, and raw.
Yeah.
Sense, you know what I mean?
Like what we got in that the Vader that we saw in that reimagining of the New Hope. If they do something like that, bro, Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that would be crazy.
Oh my
That
god.
would be sick, man.
That would be amazing. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just super happy about this, bro. I can't. I'm just over the moon, man.
6L separatists in the house. Good evening, gentlemen and lady. Good morning, or good evening to you too, man.
There's no ladies here. I'm kidding.
Well, yeah, Vader's recklessness will probably be like Maul, as when he gets his ass handed to him at the end of the day, but obviously not dying to Kenobi's hand. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's definitely possible. But yeah, man. I mean, dude, just the possibilities of what's gonna happen and how we're gonna end up here, man, is just so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is the most excited that I've been for a Star Wars episode, I think, or a Star Wars series, I think, ever,
A long
man.
time, bro.
I mean,
yeah.
The Mandalorian didn't get me this hype. It was great as it played out. I absolutely loved it. You know, Book of Boba Fett, I was skeptical from the very beginning, but this, man, this
you're
has me
right.
hype on a
man.
whole nother
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, this
You know,
does.
so I've, got a good feeling about this.
Yeah, I got a good feeling about it, bro. Because, I mean, come on, it's Deborah Chow, and I know she's such a fan, and she's directing all 6 episodes. So she's basically all in on this. And she has a vision of what she wants to see. And, I mean, she's such a fan herself. You know what I mean? And I want to see her kill it. I really want to see her kill it. And I think she definitely will, because she plays on emotional beats, bro. She really, really does. She plays well on emotional beats. And we actually saw that even, with the episodes that she directed. Like, she's really crafty when it comes to that. And I think we're going to get something special, man. Now, the question is, are we going to see other Jedi? And if so, how many? And are we going to see familiar? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm wondering.
I think that we'll probably see some random Jedi, but I think they'll be hunted down and destroyed by some of these Inquisitors. That's what I think that we'll see. They're not going to be anybody of significance, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I think we'll actually see a couple here and there.
They're not going to be like a Cal Kestis or anything like that, so don't even look for that.
Nah. Can you imagine, man, if we actually did see Cal Kestis
If we did?
Ooh, they could. There's no reason why they couldn't, man. I mean, it was based, directly off the actor that played him, so it was just like him. He can totally put him in. He can totally bring him in, man. So, oh man, CC, how excited are you for this show? I mean, I'm over here just like, I'm all giddy about it. I was just talking right now how, this is the most excited I've been, for I guess for any Star Wars show announcement. But I'm just curious to hear, where's your excitement level at?
I have this theory before CC talks real quick though, because she's been off of, she hasn't been on Uncivilized for a while, and we're getting this trailer now, and then she's finally making an appearance. I think CC had a cameo on this show, bro. They just finished up. I think CC was on set. We're gonna see something there.
We're gonna talk backstage, CC. We're gonna get this out of here if that's the case.
I actually I was on a movie set. I was playing one of the Oompa Loompas. Your boy KG.
With KG.
Yep. And I'm real disappointed. His movie got delayed. It's really upsetting. But
Right.
no, I'm very excited about this, obviously, because Vader's my guy, and I second to that. I'm really excited about the Ahsoka series, but I mean, who can't be excited about this? Like, Obi-Wan was the best thing in the prequel trilogy of my opinion.
For sure.
Yes, for sure.
So,
absolutely.
Even though, like, I prefer the baddies. I think this is, and I think too with, I don't want to say like my generation, but I think there's been kind of a resurgence and appreciation for the prequels, and this is a perfect time to do something like this. Remind us, especially because of the kind of like bad taste we got in our mouth because of Rise of Skywalker. And Book of Boba Fett was a disappointment, but I think, like I was saying this early on when we were talking about this, where it was like, well, are we worried about this because of Book of Boba Fett? And it's like, no. I think that with Boba Fett, like, we didn't know much about his character before that series. All we knew was from those episodes of Mando. Obi-Wan we know very well. Vader, Anakin we know very well. These Inquisitors we know. So I think there's less. I think the stakes are higher because we love these characters and we know we love these characters, but I think there's more meat there perhaps to kind of build this show. And it's not, you can't, you can't pull a Boba Fett where you could have it be slapstick or him constantly saying I'm Boba Fett, and we're like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like if you pull that kind of shit here, it stands out. It's you can see it from
Like a sore thumb, yeah.
Right. So I think that
I am Obi-Wan. Left
Yeah.
with dead on the sands of Tatooine.
I mean, Boba Fett was a parody, bro. It was. That's what it felt like. It's halfway through it. It was like a parody of, what we wanted. But I understand. Again, somebody said if you go back and you watch it whole way through, cohesively, it's better than just watching and
Now that
following.
we have hindsight.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, obviously we have really, really high expectations because of this, because we know these characters so well. But I think that there's less margin of error because we know these characters so well. Because if someone writes something that seems like something Obi-Wan wouldn't say, or something that we don't think that Vader would ever do, anyone could see that. Any true fan, any of these writers, any of these directors, any of these actors who've kind of been immersed in this realm for a long time would be able to say, like, well, wait a minute, like, we're not going to see Vespas in this shit.
I don't gotta bring that back.
I know.
I gotta talk about the Vespas again. We're all scarred from Miss CC. How
Right.
Watch them jinxed it, and in post they're gonna add
I know, right?
Vader on a Vespa.
Oh my gosh, please! I'm gonna have nightmares tonight because of you. I'm gonna be messaging you at 3:00 in the morning, telling you about it too. Watch.
The Vespas
Oh
of
my
Mozespa.
Real quick, shout out to Keys' World, my dude, saying that I think that Vader will be the new canon Vader, which is strong. So to the point to where we won't see him fight, but only be a menace to society. Possibly. Possibly. Think so. I think so. Thor says, I hope Rian Johnson is casting as the Jedi. Wow. Revenge of the sequels, dude. Thor, you savage, bro.
That's pain, bro. Ooh.
Come on, man. Dude, Rian Johnson, he killed it with Knives Out, man. After he did The Last Jedi, Knives Out. That was an amazing film, man. So nah. That we can't do that to the guy, man.
And we gotta also remember that Rian Johnson didn't write the script, bro. He didn't write it. You know what I mean? He directed it.
Thought
he partially wrote it with Steele. What is his name?
JJ?
No.
Oh, that's right. With Empire.
Yeah.
Writer, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
why can't I think of his name right now? CC, you remember
what is his name?
Right?
Hold on.
Not that I just think of the director's name.
Hold on.
I can't think of the
Kirshner?
No, not Kirshner.
That was the director.
No, that was the director. Yeah,
that was the director. It was because him and Lucas are really tight. I'm gonna pull it up while we're talking about it.
I'm looking for it too. So let's see who you got.
We're all seeing you Google this.
Lawrence Kasdan.
Lawrence Kasdan, yeah.
Lawrence Kasdan, that's right.
Yeah. So they basically wrote it together. So, and Kasdan's,
I didn't notice I was sharing my screen. Look at that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Known to change things, bro. Yeah. So
and
it's
Rian
not.
Johnson went into it saying he wanted to make a polarizing film, and he did. So I found it problematic, but dude was on a mission, and he could, faced that mission.
Yeah. What's up, OG fan? Good to see you here. Yeah, Thor. Yeah, I know you're kidding, man. I'm just messing with you, man.
Nah, Thor, that's cool, bro. I mean, I get it, man. That's funny. That's funny because sure. I mean, for real, Thor. A lot of people felt that way. You know what I mean? Like, I remember it was crazy though, because I remember being at Orlando's celebration, and mind you, this celebration is going to be my redo. This is going to be my redo. I have to get a redo because I was sick as a dog in Orlando. I had the flu the entire time, and then when I got home, I got pneumonia. So I remember, when I got home, it got worse. But I remember being at celebration, and Rian Johnson showed up, and he actually walked. He was up all night walking through while people were waiting, saying hi to the fans and stuff like that. And he's such a cool dude, bro. He literally is a cool dude. I just think that he got rotted with this, this movie. But at the same time, Mark Hamill didn't like it either. He didn't.
And we heard him. We heard him from the beginning too, man. He was crying wolf, man.
Yeah.
None of us heard him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch the flu because that convention center was so fucking cold?
Oh my God,
Were you there,
CC?
Yeah, I was
It
there.
was
Yeah.
freezing.
I didn't camp out. My sister and I, we stayed. I think we stayed on property. And we did Disney beforehand, because obviously, like I grew up like 2 hours from Orlando. So the second we found out it was in Orlando, I was like, hell yeah, we're doing this.
It was freezing.
But just talking to people and seeing like the sleeping bags, the people who camped out in there, it was so. Even when we were there during the day, it was freezing.
It was cold. Like literally, bro. We camped out. I had to go. I had literally had to buy a thermal to wear, because they showed, what they did was they showed every film up until The Force Awakens, and we watched it that night, and it was so cold that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to last. I was telling my bro, I was like, I might have to leave, man, because it was so cold. And then on top of that, we had walked 2 miles from the hotel, because we was like, it's right down the street. So we had walked. Bro, I was done, but it was so, bro, it was freezing. I have never been in a convention center that cold, bro. It was freezing.
I think they did it because they anticipated like the next day with thousands of people that they would need it to be that fucking cold. But at night, there's not that many people, and it's not. I just remember that being like the chief complaint. People were like, I think even the people running the convention were bringing blankets, and sleeping bags as much as they can to people. Buying beach towels and stuff to stay
It
warm.
was freezing, bro. Like literally walking outside was like a blessing. Like literally, it was. That's how cold it was, bro. And I was like, yo, I need a redo. And so I was already sick, and then we camped out the whole night, bro. Like the whole night just to get in, just to see the trailer. Like, it's the trailer. They showed the trailer that Thursday. No, that Friday, wasn't it? CC, the Friday morning.
I don't remember, because I think I was there Friday or Saturday. I can't remember.
I think they showed the trailer that Friday morning, because we arrived. This would be the first time I'm getting there the day before, because I was like, I just want to get in, relax, and just whatever. But we got there on the day. You know what I mean? So, and that was the day that I actually saw Susan. That's the first time I actually met Susan in person. We talked. That's when I got that free Death Trooper. Like, she basically gave me that the Death Trooper, whatever.
You bastard guy.
Yeah, she gave me.
So
so I got the Death Trooper, and a friend of mine, my boy Damon, he got Phasma. That we already know what happened in that Phasma. And I already told you about that. She destroyed it. He got destroyed. His girl destroyed it. But but that was the first. But when I was sick that day, so I remember going to like the corner store or whatever, got some cold medicine, went back to the hotel, slept a little bit. The next day, we got up that night and then walked to the convention center and just camped out, and it was bro. I do not want that same experience. It can't be this cold, bro. I'm just in case though, because I've never been in Anaheim, bro. Just in case, I'm making sure I'm doubling up on something in my bag, bro, for real.
Well, I'm pretty sure that we'll have beautiful weather outside over here, considering it's around, Memorial Day weekend. It's usually pretty nice over here around that time. I can't speak about the inside of the convention center, though, man. This is going to be my first time actually going there. I did want to go in 2015 when The Force Awakens come out, but I just couldn't make it happen. So this will be the first time for me in Celebration, man. I'm looking forward to it, bro. And I think I'm even looking more forward to meeting everybody there, man.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully CC comes out. That's gonna be my gosh.
Plus
so
Toya's
nice
gonna be with me too.
Hell
So it's gonna
yeah,
be hype.
dude. That's gonna be
it's
so
gonna be
much
super
fun,
hype,
man.
bro. Yeah.
And just to top it out, the cherry on top would be a Disney trip, man. If we get everybody together and do a Disney trip, man.
That's what I'm that's what I'm saying, bro. I ain't booked my tickets yet, man. I didn't. I know I'm gonna have to, bro.
It's gonna come up. It's gonna come up quick, man.
I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it.
Yep.
I'm gonna definitely have to do it. The Galaxy's Edge, bro. That's the main thing I want to do. I have to do it. But it's gonna be fun, bro. I can't wait. I definitely can't wait.
Oh yeah, dude. Can't wait. Can't wait. Speaking of which, if anybody's interested, tickets will be going on sale, I think, on the 15th.
On the 15th, 9 o'clock.
On the 15th, man, at 9 o'clock. So if anybody's interested in coming out, or if anybody's local out here to Anaheim, you guys have another shot.
Because see, here's the crazy part. I had to. So when I bought my tickets originally, I bought two. At least I thought I bought two. Like I bought 2 4-day passes. I got my invoice because a lot of people are getting their invoices now. So I got my invoice and it said 1. And I was like, what? So the 15th, I got to be on it to get another 4-day pass. Like I literally got to be on it. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. It's definitely gonna be crazy.
Yeah, Sean says you don't have to worry about the weather here. It'll be 80 plus. True, Sean, but inside the convention center at
It might be a different story.
Saulo says it's Anacrime. Yeah, they call it Anacrime over here, dude. By the way. Yeah, because everybody thinks that Anaheim is so crazy.
So Anacrime, its center gets cold.
Center gets cold. So bundle up, man. Bundle up. Mask up. We'll see what happens, man.
And then I think those who have tickets, I think it's tomorrow morning, the exclusive merch shop opens up. So the website, you'll be able to buy.
It's the 13th, isn't it?
I thought I saw someone posted a screenshot of an email where they said that it was the 11th.
Let me see, because I just got the email and I looked at it today. So hold on, I got it on my phone.
But the art for that looks really cool.
Let me see. Where is it at?
I want that celebration pin, man. I've been collecting pins lately, and
yeah, it says your receipt for Star Wars Celebration Anaheim. It says thank you for being a Star Wars Celebration fan. We are resending your confirmation ahead of general sales on March 15th to confirm your order. This is your confirmation.
Okay, so you'll receive an email with details for merchant access, merchandise early access. Your Star Wars Celebration exclusive merchandise early access will begin March 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
I know things.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
You will receive.
He said, "I know things."
I know.
Look at that.
I drink
Not just
and I know
another pretty face. You actually know things. All right.
Yes.
I don't get it right
know
often.
things.
So what I do, I'm like,
things.
I know things.
She said, "I know things." Yeah,
Jason,
okay.
What's up, my brother?
Okay. That's cool.
Jason, I didn't know you changed your name, bro. Come on, my guy.
But yeah, so be ready,
man.
those folks who want to get the exclusive stuff.
Yeah, I'm curious, man. Jason, I hope you got tickets, man.
Jason said, Lael, wear a hoodie and a vest with the beanie. You already know I'm coming prepared, bro.
Yeah,
You think you say that, it might be, but I'm seriously coming prepared. I'm not going to be open. And I'm going to double up on masks, too, because I know it's going to be like that inside, man. And I think they're going to probably demand it, bro.
They will.
Anaheim lifted, did they? Because they lifted the mask mandate over here.
Oh, really?
And Disney also just lifted it indoors as well if you're vaccinated.
Oh, okay.
But it's all based off the honor system. But you guys do whatever you guys are comfortable with. I mean, even if they are mandating it in indoors, then yeah, we all got to abide.
I thought the email was it the email I got? I think it was the email I got when they said that tickets were going to be on sale. They said that anyone over the age of 5 years old has to show proof of vaccination. And if you don't have that, you have to have a valid negative test, not an at-home test, but you have to have like a negative test in order to go in, and then you have to wear a mask the whole time.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Yeatsby over here real quick. He says that y'all better be ready to have a good time in California with
I did know.
Dude.
Sean,
he popped my SDCC cherry, man. He showed me around over there. Anything that I wanted to see. He was my personal tour guide, man. First of all, it was I was like, it was so fun meeting Sean again, man, just to see him again. And then, first time in San Diego for SDCC in November, that Thanksgiving weekend, man, that was a blast, dude. That was so much fun. So, I'm definitely looking forward just to seeing everybody, man. Hopefully Will make it out.
He said he wants to get a ticket. He said he just doesn't have a place to stay. I was like, come on, Will, man. Are you serious,
we'll find you. I mean,
we got you, brother.
I'll empty out the Maji cases, bro. You can sleep in here.
You can sleep in there, bro. You got it.
so yeah, man. Yeah, I think I want to go and wrap right here, man. I mean, do you guys have anything else you want to discuss, or?
Nah, man, I just can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I mean, I think this is definitely going to be something special, and every episode that we discuss is going to be crazy.
Straight up, so I can't wait. So exciting! May 25th,
now,
guys.
Lael, let me ask you this: you have some time to think about it, obviously, May, but would you at least do? So we're going to be on Rogue One 6. We're going to be watching it live, just like we did Book of Boba Fett. Would you do that for like maybe the first episode at least?
Yeah, I'll do it. Hell yeah.
Or stay up for it. Yeah.
Hell yeah, because I mean, the thing is, it's hell yeah, I'll do that. Hell yeah, because that's going to be right before. I mean, that's the day that I'm actually flying out anyway. So why not? Like, because it comes on at probably 3 o'clock
In the
that
morning, your
in the
time.
morning,
Mhm.
I'll be leaving. I think a couple hours after that. Anyway, so yeah, why not?
Let's
It'll be a
do
long
it.
day for you, but
Oh man, look. I cleared my schedule. I don't have to deal with nobody that week, so I'm straight.
I just be afraid you're on your phone, like pulling up your boarding pass, and someone texts you and it's like, "Yo, did you see that this
Yo,
happened?"
yeah,
And
nah,
you're
we're
like,
gonna definitely,
"Motherfucker."
yeah, nah, we're
You're
doing
gonna
it. We can do
definitely put on
that.
that
I'll
do
do
not
that,
disturb.
definitely.
That'll be
Yeah,
fun.
definitely.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah, let's do
Oh,
that.
yeah. So, yeah, man, let me thank everybody real quick. I want to thank everybody in the chat tonight that showed up. I want to thank my panel. I want to thank CC, Lael for coming through tonight, man. The first episode of Uncivilized Scoundrel on the channel, man. It's fun times. You know, so before we actually ended, CC, what's going on with Rogue One 6? And tell everyone about your art print show. Tell everyone about Hoth Off the Page. Let's hear about it.
The press, hop off the press.
Off the press. Oh, excuse me.
The press.
That
So
name is crazy. I love that name.
Page press. I was thinking DCA. My bad.
It's Hoth off the press.
hop off the press, yes. Yep. And of course Eddie at Collecting Weekly was like, "You don't know how to spell hot?" And I was like, "Fuck off."
Eddie being Eddie.
Yes, so hot off the press. So we have group therapy tomorrow night, and then Tuesday will be hot off the press, and it sounds like I'm going to be doing an unboxing of sorts. I still haven't figured out how I'm going to be doing it because it's with art prints and they're tubes, and that's going to be interesting. Trying to figure out how to unravel those on camera. Yeah, because I just got my Matt Ferguson mystery tube that's got four mystery prints, and then I have my bottleneck order that has 6 prints, and that's all the way from NYCC. Yep, that was my NYCC order that got delayed, so I finally got those 6 in. And then I'm going on vacation next week, starting Wednesday, and then of course I'm doing Universal for a few days, and then I'm also going to do Disney one day. I'm going to go to Galaxy's Edge on the East Coast for the first time ever, which seems really strange, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I've never been to Batu East, even though I'm a Florida girl. It's really strange, but Florida girl at heart anyway. But yeah, it's just group therapy tomorrow night, and then hot off the press on Tuesday. And Tuesday, besides the unraveling of the tubes or unboxing, we're going to be discussing a poster auction with Prop Store that's coming up at the end of March.
Oh, nice.
So that'll be cool because they have not only some vintage posters, but also some more modern kind of like Mondo and bottleneck prints available on that one too.
Real quick, I want to ask you, since you're going out there, any chance? I mean, I'm sure you've seen the Star Wars Hotel going out right now. You thinking about it, or what's up?
So there are things about it I like the idea of. There's things I do not like the idea of. Right now, it doesn't feel like it's in the cards, either monetarily, because it's I know it's a Star Cruiser, but it's more expensive than any actual cruise on a ship, on an actual ship that I've ever heard of, or I've ever contemplated going on. Like shit, I think my family's European river cruise was going to be less than 2 days on this one.
Damn.
But you know, I watched a few videos and reviews and all that kind of stuff, and like the food seems cool, the merch seems cool, the hotel seems okay. It's not Star Wars enough for me, but I think like the things that make it really cool, like the interactive elements, like my sister described it pretty well when she told me she thought it seemed kind of like 2 days of an escape room on a ship, where like you're interacting with an app and it's leading you on missions, or like, you know, you're going on adventures and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's for me, but I think it's one of those things that maybe in a few years, if they were to change things, make it a little more Star Wars, hammer out some of the kinks with the storytelling or the immersion aspect of it, then maybe I'd think about it. Yeah. But for now, I'm really impressed with Galaxy's Edge. I have no problem just going there for the day.
I kind of want to talk about this sometime, man. I wonder if we can bring this up as a topic on Scoundrel sometime. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe in the future. But yeah, everybody go check out CC over on Rogue One 6 with her show Hoth Off the Press. Thank you, CC, for showing up tonight. And yeah, Lael, show us what's going on over there at the 1/6 scale, man. channel?
Oh man. Tomorrow we have, of course, show inspired by Mario. Figure Flex Friday. Definitely. Luminar, she'll be on there making her appearance. So
Awesome.
I'm excited about that. Let me see, what else do we actually have?
Did we just lose Mario?
Did we just lose Mario for a second? I think we just lost Mario for a second. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, everybody out in the chat. So yeah, we did lose Mario for a hot second.
Damn back button, man.
That back button, bro.
Freaking mouse, man.
So yeah, we have
Sorry about
we
that.
So we have Figure Flex Friday, of course, tomorrow. Of course, I'll be on Midnight Musing with Robert Meyer Burnett tomorrow night, so that'll be interesting as well. Saturday I'll be on Aries show, as well as 6 Scale Reviews. We're going to be talking about the Batman spoilers and stuff like that. Ooh. Sunday, it's going to be the news show that we have with Cam's Collection and Figure Focus, which is the Collectors Lounge International. So we'll basically be just touching on, we're just gonna be talking about talking to collectors all over the world. Like, that's just one of the things that we want to kind of introduce, and just just sit back, lounge, just talk, politic about figure releases, collecting, diversity in collecting, and stuff like that. That evening, of course, we're going to have Take Your Position. I don't know what the theme of it yet. I left that up to Anthony, so I guess we'll find that out in a few days or a day or so. So stay tuned for that. And then, of course, Comic Book Talk with Friends on Monday. On Wednesday, of course, is Say What. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going down right now, man. Like, just staying busy and doing what we do.
And it's not enough, Lael. You have clearly too much time on your hands. Too much time on your hands.
Yo, that was like James Brown, man. One of the hardest working men in the show business, man.
Bro, it's once you get that itch, bro, you just can't stop. And it's fun to do it, and it's like hard work trying to do this. Especially, you don't have intentions on making it a business, but it is one of those things. So I can't wait. So to be decent.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, man. Thanks for both you guys showing up as always. I want to thank everybody out in the chat that showed up tonight. Shout out real quick to Ashley. He just got here. I know it's late, but
yo.
Sorry, man. We're just wrapping right now, but yeah, thanks to everyone again. What I've got going on, I'm still working on these cases here. I just dropped a collection tour. I'm gonna go ahead and get these filled up and do another one, hopefully pretty soon. And we'll be doing Uncivilized Scoundrels here every other Thursday as well. Mm-hmm. And so next weekend, God willing, we'll be on Lael's channel doing it next Thursday night. So yeah, man, come check us out over there. It's gonna be lots of fun. Mm-hmm. And yeah, thanks again for everyone. And real quick, I do want to really thank everyone out there, man, for their support. I've been going through something personally lately, just me and my mom's. Mm-hmm. And she's been in the hospital, and I truly, truly appreciate everyone's support, their thoughts and prayers. Definitely, all the positive juju y'all are sending over, man. All the love is just, you guys overwhelm me, man. I love each and every one of you, man, and everything. All of you guys are just, I'm just so appreciative of everyone, man. So, yeah, I can't thank y'all enough for all the support. Truly, I truly mean it, everybody. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, once again, and we will see y'all next time. May the force be with you.
So uncivilized.